Mini lesson 3C, proportions. Number 1, triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. So first we want to orient to the triangles so that they are in the same direction. A is going to go with D. So that means that AB goes with DE. And then we have B with E. And then C with F. Here's how we can set up the proportion to solve for X. 6/4 equals X over 3. Setting it up is the hardest part. Once we get there, we could cross multiply. We get 4x equals 18. Divide each side by 4. X equals 9/2. On the second one, we have triangle GHI is similar to triangle JKL. All right, so G is going to go with J. Looks like they're both right angles. All right, H is going to go with K. And I is going to go with L. Let's set up our proportion to solve for X. X over 15 equals 4/5. Cross multiply. And then divide each side by 5. X equals 12. All right, now we're going to do some where they're not necessarily facing the same way. On number 3, we have MNO is similar to triangle PQR. First, let's identify which angle goes with which angle. M goes with P, N goes with Q, and O goes with R. Let's redraw these triangles so that they are facing the same ways, like on examples 1 and 2. So first we draw our triangles. They don't have to look perfect or anything. They just need to be labeled with the sides and the angles. After we've drawn the two triangles facing the same way, we can set up our proportion. X minus 2 over X plus 4 equals 2/5. Let's cross multiply. So then we have 2x plus 8 equals 5x minus 10. Let's subtract the 2x to each side. 8 equals 3x minus 10. Add 10 to each side. 18 equals 3x. Divide by 3 each side. X is going to equal 6. On the next one, we have a triangle within another triangle. We have ABC is similar to ADE. Let's draw our two triangles. And let's write out the correspondings. A goes with itself. B goes with D. And then C goes with E. All right, so notice that Y equals X plus 10. All right, so let's go ahead and label each of these sides. And then we can set up our proportion to solve for y first, and then we can use that to solve for the x. 12 over y equals 5 over 10. Cross multiply, we get 120 equals 5y. Divide each side by 5. 24 equals y. And then to solve for x, we have 24 equals something plus 10. Subtract 10. 14 equals x. All right, let's look at example 5. Triangle FGH is similar to triangle IGJ. Let's draw out the corresponding angles first. All right, so F is going to go with I. G goes with itself, G. And then H goes with J. Let's draw these out. Okay, so IG is 2 plus 6, that's 8. And then GJ, that we're call that Y. And then we have 6 and 5 right here. And then notice that Y equals X plus 5. Okay, let's set up our proportion. Y over 8 equals 5 over 6. Let's cross multiply. 40 equals 6y. Divide each side by 6. 20 over 3 equals y. Let's use that to solve for x. 15 over 3 is the same thing as 5. Subtract the 15 over 3 on each side. And then x is going to equal 5 over 3. Number 6. Triangle KLM is similar to triangle KNO. Alright, K is going to go with K. And then L goes with N. And then M goes with O. Let's draw out the two triangles separately. And then let's label each of the side lengths. Notice that 10 plus y is 30. We'll use that when solving for y at the end. Let's set up our proportion. 6 over 10 equals x over 30. Cross multiply. 10x equals 180. Divide each side by 10. X equals 18. And let's solve for the y. Just subtract 10. Y equals 20. All right, let's look at number 7. Triangle RSP is similar to triangle QTP. Let's label these. So R is going to go with Q. S is going to go with T. And then P goes with itself. Let's draw the two triangles. And then label their side lengths. Looks like we're going to have to set multiple proportions to solve for x and then for y. X over 5 equals x plus 4 over 10. Let's cross multiply. 10x equals 5x plus 20. Subtract 5 from each side. 5x equals 20. Divide by 5. X equals 4. And then let's set up another one. Y over 5 equals 12 over 10. Cross multiply. 60 equals 10y. Divide by 10. Y equals 6. We have number 8. Triangle STU is similar to triangle VSU. Let's see what goes with what. Okay, so S with the TSU is going to go with V. T is going to go with the S on the other side. And the U goes with the other U. Let's draw these triangles. And then let's go ahead and label our side lengths. And separate proportion. X over 2 equals 18 over x. Let's cross multiply. 36 equals x squared. Take the square root. X equals 6. Now let's do some proportion word problems. If 100 micrograms of vitamin B12 is 4,167% of the daily value, how many micrograms is 100% of vitamin B12? Let's set up this proportion. We have micrograms over percent. So we have 100 over 4167 equals something over 100. Okay, so we could cross multiply. 10,000 equals 4,167 micrograms. Divide each side by 4,167. And so your answer is about 2.4 micrograms. is 100% daily value of B12. If it takes one pizza to feed 3 people, how many pizzas would you need for 36 people? Okay, so we could have pizza over people, or you could do people over pizza. Just make sure you're consistent with how you say up your proportion. 1 over 3 equals something over 36. Okay, cross multiply. 3p equals 36. Divide by 3 each side. P equals 12 pizzas to feed 36 people. At a recent party, it cost $19.50 for refreshments for 10 guests. At this rate, how much would it cost to have refreshments for 80 guests? We're going to have cost over guests. Again, you could have guests over costs as well. So $19.50 over 10 guests equals something over 80 guests. Or just call it a C. Okay, cross multiply. 10C equals 1,560. Okay, divide side by 10. So the cost is going to be $156. 80 guests. Mr. Johnson was paid $320 for a job that required 40 hours of work. At this rate, how much should he be paid for a job requiring 60 hours of work? Okay, so we have money over hours. 320 over 40 equals something over 60. Cross multiply. 40C equals 19,200. Divide side by 40. C equals $480 for 60 hours of work. A certain shade of green paint is made from 5 parts yellow mixed with 3 parts blue. If 2 cans of yellow were used, how many cans of blue should be used? On this one, we could put yellow over blue, or blue over yellow. All right, we have 5 over 3 equals 2 over B. Solve for B. Cross multiply. 6 equals 5B. B, divide by 5. 6/5 cans of blue. 6 over 5 is 1.2 cans. So say 1.2 cans of blue should be mixed with 2 cans of yellow paint. If a jogger runs 2 miles and burns 185 calories, how many miles would he need to run to burn 1,200 calories? All right, let's have miles over calories. 2 over 185 equals something over 1,200. Let's cross multiply. 2,400 equals 185 m. Divide each side by 185. And so they would need to jog about 13 miles. A person who weighs 200 pounds on Earth would weigh 32 pounds on the moon. Find the weight of a person on Earth who would weigh 15 pounds on the moon. So we're going to have Earth pounds over moon pounds. 200 over 32 equals E over 15. Okay, let's cross multiply. 32E equals 3,000. Divide each side by 32. E equals 93.75. So that means on Earth, they would weigh about 93.75 pounds. A pump can fill a 750-gallon tank in 30 minutes. How long would it take to fill a 1,000-gallon tank with the same pump? All right, let's do gallons per minute. 750 over 35 equals 1,000 over m. Cross multiply. We get 750 m equals 35,000. Divide each side by 750. And then we can round that to be approximately 46.7 minutes to fill a 1,000-gallon tank.